Hi everyone, it's me, Francesca Jane Gonzalez. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a snap button keychain wallet. Cut one piece of interfacing to stabilize the project, 4.5 by 10.5 inches, and cut one strip 4.5 inches by 10.5 inch for the body, two pieces 3.5 inches by 4.5 inches for the lining, and one piece 3 3/4 inch by 4 inches for the loop. Using the 3 1/4 inch by 4 inch fabric for the loop, fold it in half lengthwise, and then fold again to either side, matching that edge up with the crease in the center. Press, and then fold in half again and press. Top stitch with the stitch length that you prefer. I'm using about a 3mm stitch here. There's no need to back stitch. Just take it through on both sides. Place your interfacing adhesive side down to the wrong side of the fabric. That's the side without the pattern. And press with a steam iron to fuse that adhesive to the fabric. I've sketched out some lines here to show you that this piece is going to be cut into 4 pieces, making up the body and the flaps. Cut 3.5 inch pieces by 4.5 inches for the body. And then cut 2 1/4 inches by 3.5 inches for the flaps. Place the flap pieces right sides together. That's the pretty side of the fabric. And you'll see where my fingers are at the bottom. We're going to leave that open and sew where I'm tracing along with the pen here. You will want to back stitch because when we turn this, that stitching will pop. I'm using a 1/4 inch seam allowance and a 2mm stitch. Clip the corners and trim the excess fabric to reduce bulk. Turn right side out. I'm going to use a metal chopstick to help push that fabric through and poke out the corners. Press with a steam iron to prepare for top stitching. I'm using a 3mm stitch to top stitch around the edges of the flap. Okay, so that piece that we made for the loop, this is what I've been calling the loop. We're going to put on our hardware. That bar at the bottom there is 1 inches. Spread the corners over so that they match along to the very edge of the flap. Sew the loop down to the flap. I'm just using a 3 or 4mm stitch. Trim the ends of the loop off so that it's even with the flap. Place the flap hardware side down, centered on the body fabric, right side facing up. Then put the lining right side facing down on top. Stitch with a 2mm stitch length and a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Place the remaining body piece and lining piece right sides together. Use a 2mm stitch and a 1/4 inch seam allowance. This is where the project starts to get exciting. It's really starting to look like a wallet. Finger press the seams open and press with an iron. Using a 3mm stitch, we're going to top stitch along the very edge of the body fabric, the side that has the interfacing on it. Do that to both sides. Lay both pieces right sides together and clip or pin, lining up those seams as accurately as possible. We're going to stitch in the direction that I'm tracing with my pen, leaving the very bottom of the lining open for turning. Don't forget to backstitch. That will be important for when we turn. I'm using a 2mm stitch and a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Clip the corners and trim to reduce bulk. Turn the project right side out. Just takes a little finessing. Then we can take some type of tool. I'm using a metal chopstick to push out the corners. Press the seams at the bottom of the lining open with your fingers and fold over about a 1/4 inch and do that all the way around. Sewing the lining shut can be tricky. You want to get as close to the edge as you can of the bottom. I like to start a little farther from the corner because of all that bulk. Don't forget to backstitch. And if you have trouble with this step, you can always hand stitch. Also, I'm using a 2mm stitch. Tuck the lining into the inside of the wallet using a chopstick to smooth it into place. Use cam snaps for the closure. Eyeball the center for your cam snap or use a ruler if you like, and then pierce a hole with your cam snap tool. Push the cam snap cover into the hole and place on the male piece. Squeeze with your cam snap pliers. Now I'm going to press the snap really hard into the fabric to make an indent. And that's how I'll know where I want the closure on the bottom to be. Pierce and insert through the back. This can take a little time to find the hole sometimes. Just be patient, you will get it. And then I like to put my cam snap pliers in there first before I put the female piece on and give it a good squeeze. And voila, we have our snaps. I love these cam snaps. They're so fast and easy. I hope you will enjoy making these keychain wallets as much as I do. Thanks for joining in my enthusiasm. Have a great day.